Hi you guys, it's Ashley from Panache. I just wanted to show you guys a few simple styling tricks today. So first of all, my hair is clean. I just shampooed and conditioned it, and I blow dried it straight before I added some curls, of course. But what I use, because I like some good volume, obviously I'm always talking about volume. So what I used on my hair today was, this was all products that I used in my hair wet. I used the foundation mousse from Lanza. This is a really good, just like it says, styling mousse, foundation mousse, really helps get that style in your hair and hold it there. And it has very good volumizing. And I use that mostly at my crown and my roots. And then on my ends, just because I like it to be nice and bouncy and I used the Bounce Up spray, and this smells amazing. And also it's just kind of a lightweight volumizing mist. And then on my ends, I used the Defrizz cream, and I mostly just take that in my hands and do it just right through my ends like that. And then I'll just kind of work it up through the rest of my hair. Okay. So that's what I used, and then I just kind of blow dried my hair straight. And then I wanted to show you guys the curling technique that I used on my hair. I didn't bother with showing you all of that because it's super boring. So I thought I would just show you how I do it on myself on a couple parts of my own hair, which can be really helpful because, it's one thing for you to watch, your hairstylist curl your hair for you, but it's another thing to watch how we would do it on ourselves, which is a little bit more helpful because you can see how you need to put your hands and what angles you need to hold it at and everything like that. So these are the curls that I usually put in my clients' hair when I take after pictures of their color and stuff like that. So on my dry hair, what I really like about this curling technique is that you can take pretty decently big sections. I usually end up doing a back section from my nape down, and then I do one through the middle here, and then I kind of just find my part line and I'll just kind of go off of that. And you can take pretty big sections. So what I do is I probably take about, I'll push some of this stuff back. Actually, we'll go like this. Kind of get in here for you guys. Get a spot that's not as curly. Yeah, it's kind of straightened out. So what we're gonna do is I'm probably right at, there we go, probably right about where my head starts to curve here. And I'm just gonna go straight down. That's probably about an inch section. I could go a little bit more because I'm kind of thinner right there. Probably take this whole section right here. Go ahead and make sure it's nice and combed out. And take it with your fingers, and I'm going to use the Thermal Defense Spray. This is really important, you guys, because anytime that you use direct contact of heat on your hair, you're going to want to use a thermal spray. And also, while I'm at it, I never put my curling iron past the 330 line. Okay, sorry, that's not very clear, but you're just going to fry your hair if you are using your flat iron, your curling iron, anything that you're going to be using with direct contact heat on your hair. You guys, we don't need to use very high heat. It's not necessary. I even have curly hair, and I don't need to use, on my flat iron, I still never go above 350. Okay, so two things, because people will be like, oh, I don't know why my hair's not growing. It just keeps on breaking off. Probably not using a thermal spray. Probably got your curling iron on pretty hot. So that's always helpful. Okay, so gonna take this section right here. This is what I'm saying, guys. I feel like people are usually like, oh, I don't want to curl my hair. It's gonna take too long. Gotta take a bunch of a bunch of tiny little sections, not this one. So grab that, give this a spritz. Don't get too close on this, you guys, because you don't want to make your hair wet. You just want to mist it with that product, okay? And then brush it through to kind of evenly distribute it. And you're going to take it in your, whichever hand you are, I'm right-handed. Get your two pointer finger and your middle finger right on that clamp. And then I always curl away from my face at the sections that are right at my face. Every section back, I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to do This one's gonna go back, this one's gonna go forward, the other one's gonna go back, and I alternate throughout my head. It just kind of gives it that more natural look. A bit effortless, you know. Okay. Take this, get that right up to the root, clamp it on, and then kind of use your fingers to just kind of, don't get these nice creases in there. Can't be having that. Smooth those out real quick. Okay. Get in there, and we're going to spin, give it a full turn there, and then you're going to actually dip down and pull it out of that curl and then twist it. And then do the same thing. Get your finger on there, spin, dip it out, and then turn it around, twist it out. Pull. Once you get a full turn around, then you're gonna pull and give it that twist. And what you end up with, and then finish out that end there, is just this kind of skinny guy. And you wanna leave it until it's cooled all the way, because that's how we get our curls to set. Make sure that they don't come out super easily, that they stay in longer. Then I'm gonna do my next section here, and I'll show you how I do it to the front. That's a little bit thick. You can see about how big that section is there. A little more. Change my mind a lot, huh, guys? Okay, here we go, that'll be good. Okay, give that a spray. Brush it through to evenly distribute. Now we're gonna hold it the other way. Get the clamp actually facing away from you. And now we're gonna curl towards. Give that, give that a full turn. Take it out, twist it around. That guy's getting my way. Turn, twist. Give it a turn, take it out, twist it around. Twist it around. Finish out that bottom spot. There you go. And then, like I said, we're gonna wait for those to curl. And once you do get through your whole head and you do this, I usually just take my fingers and start to rake it through. And you can even use like I just don't have one here with me right now, but you can use, if you want to, once these are all done and your whole head looks like these kind of skinny curls, you could even use like our the Lanza Brush Through hairspray. It's a medium hold, that one's really great. And then I usually just take, okay, those have cooled off for the most part by now. And then I just usually take my fingers and just rake them through. I'm just getting that really nice natural looking beach wave. It's awesome. Okay, flip this stuff back over. Let me get this up a little bit higher. There we go. All this is already done, so we're good to go. So, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to properly back comb your hair, which is not something a lot of people know how to do. So what I'm going to show you first is, I showed you guys this in my other video too, is the Lanza Powder Up Texturizer. Really awesome for helping hold that back combing in your hair. I mean, and even if you're not going to back comb, it helps with volume a ton, but it helps so that that back combing doesn't kind of slide out of your hair. So what you do with this is I do section all around my crown here. I just take a few sections, and you kind of want to put it off your part line, because otherwise sometimes I know I can kind of see a little bit of powder residue, and you shouldn't really be putting that much in. I do it on myself because I'm a little powder crazy. You just do it just like that. Just flip it back over and rub it in. There, see, I want powder crazy. Every time. Come towards the back. Get some more pieces here. Okay. actually do a little bit over here. Oh, that was pretty crazy too. Woo. Okay. So now we get that all worked in there. So to back comb, I usually like to go about halfway back here. Leave that stuff out because we'll play with that later. But so what I usually do, guys, is I start way at the back and I just take, my hair's all hard to get through now. Take about right where my head starts to curve on the side, or on the back there. Take about an inch section. Make sure that's all nice and combed out. And then what you're gonna do, and what a lot of people do, is they want to take their comb, I'm just using just like a regular comb, and they want to go down and then back up and down and back up. And what you really want to do is make sure that when you're back combing, you put your comb in there and then you take it out. Stick the comb in, push it down, take it out. Otherwise, you just end up putting the back combing in and then just brushing it right back out. We don't need to do that. So push down, take it out. Woo! And you get that nice big hold. Usually when I'm doing brides, they see that, they start to be like, what are you doing? What are you doing here, lady? That's the key though. You want it nice and big. We're going to, oh, hi, there's my dog. Hey, Ruby. Flatten that out later. Smooth it out, I guess I should say. Take that in there, down. Put it in, push it down, take it out. This huge wall. Oh my God, it's like 4 inches tall. It's funny. That's what we're looking for. Not a lot of people, need to do back combing every day, but, special occasions and stuff. And it's not always just for volume too, guys. Sometimes you just want your hair to behave, and back combing it makes it behave. It puts it where you want it and it stays there. Okay? Beautiful. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then I like to do a few on the sides too, just some little ones. Because you want it to be nicely rounded out. You don't want it to just all be on the top. Okay, so now we got that. Woo! Beautiful. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're going to take the comb, same comb, and you just want to barely touch it with the top, just barely, guys, because you don't want to comb out what you just put in, but you need to smooth out all of those tangles right on the top. Nothing that I hate more than seeing someone in public and their back combing is right front and center. No, thank you. I always want to grab a comb and be like, girl, let me fix you. Let me fix you. I want to make sure that you get a nice good shape around there. And I kind of always go off of one center point and kind of make everything come off of that. It just creates really good shape. You guys can see I'm just smoothing that out really, really softly. And I usually just take my fingers and kind of re-push that back up. And then use a little bit of spray. There we go. Good to go. If you feel any inconsistently big bumps in there or anything, you can kind of just, like this right here, like this feels really flat to me, so I'm just gonna kind of grab a little bit, get back in there, brush it back down. But mostly, you guys, the biggest thing is the smoothing, really, really lightly smoothing, and then making sure that you get the comb in and out. Okay. And I like that. So then what we're gonna do next, I'm just gonna show you guys a really quick little half up style that I like to use a lot on myself. So now that I have my good volume up there, everything looks pretty nice and even. I'm going to take this section of my hair, this one side section, and I'm probably only going to use 2 bobby pins for this, to be honest, because you really don't need very many. What I'm going to do is I like to just give it a couple twists around my finger, pull a little bit of that out, just to give it some fun stuff going on there. And then I'm just going to wrap it around, hold it right there, then just grab a bobby pin, separate that. Easier said than done, apparently. Get that nice and separate. And then this is how you hide bobby pins. So this is a fun little trick because nobody really wants to see their bobby pin. So hopefully I can do this without looking the first time. So what you do is whatever you want to stick your bobby pin in, you're going to push it in, spin it around, and then push it that opposite direction. So I've got it just a little bit open now. I'm going to push it in this way. Make sure it's on top of your section. Spin it around and then push it back. I think you can't see it. And then once I turn around and get to the front, I just pull a few of these pieces out just to maintain that volume. Okay, this side looks pretty good. And my next side, same thing. Just gonna grab this one little section, just kind of leave that stuff out in the back because it's gonna kind of get gathered, you know, when you wrap it. So you don't really have to grab the whole thing. Give that a few little twists around your finger. Pull some of it out, just kind of pinch on these pots, you guys. Don't like that spot. Ah, not looking cute. Okay. Wrap that around. Same thing. Grab that bobby pin. Push it in this way, spin it around, push it all the way in. If you feel like you can see them, you can always just kind of cover them up. Don't think you can see them though. And turn around. Pull that guy out a little bit. You want to make sure now that you have all this, and this is my bangs right now and they're kind of growing out. So those are going to be out to kind of make that even. I'm just going to pull these ones out. Make sure that I'm all nice and perfect with the volume.